You've heard the saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. But what if I told you it's not about keeping your cup full? It's actually about letting it overflow. When you live and give from your overflow, honoring yourself, honoring your energy, honoring your purpose at the deepest level. Let's talk about what it means to give from your overflow, live from your overflow, and how it changes everything. Hey, beautiful human, it's me, Rebecca Wiener McGregor, and welcome to another episode of Effective Immediately, the show where we talk mindset, healthy emotions, abundance, and leadership, and I give you a mindset shift that you can make effective immediately. Okay, so we've all heard the story of, take care of yourself first, keep your cup full so that you can take care of other people, right? I want to introduce you to an idea that was given to me many, many years ago by someone that I met through Facebook. Yes, I met her through Facebook. And she said to me, what if you gave from your overflow? What if you didn't have to pour yourself out and empty yourself out to take care of other people, but you gave from your overflow? So picture this. Just picture this in your mind's eye, that there are 3 terracotta vessels, and they are seated inside of a tray with a nice few inches tall lip on it, right? And these are your energy and your what you give from. And you take a glance inside of these vessels. The first one may have a few drops of water, especially after the holidays. The second one may have maybe some cobwebs in it. The third one may have a few drops of water or maybe bone dry. Just kind of look at what it might be for you. Now I want you to imagine flooding your mind with the idea of giving to yourself, honoring your needs, taking care of yourself, giving to yourself, being kind to yourself, being loving to yourself, not just saving that for other people, but giving to yourself the kindest words, the most loving actions, and noticing how as you flood yourself with that kind of love, these vessels fill up, and they keep filling, and they keep filling, and pretty soon they are overflowing into that tray with the lip on it. Now imagine your life, you're going through your day-to-day life, ups and downs, imperfections, wonderful days, challenges, etc. And you are doing this favor to yourself, giving love to yourself, slowing down when you need to, when you know the thing in your head is telling you, okay, you're doing too much, and you actually listen to it and you honor it, and you connect with your intuition and you honor the guidance that it gives to you, and you're giving to yourself in this way over and over. And pretty soon that tray is full to the top of that lip. And when you're moving through your life and people need things, because people do, our kids, our friends, our family, our partners, our loved ones, our clients, the world we see needs things, right? And you're not giving from those empty vessels anymore, but you're giving from the overflow that's in the tray. Just take in for a moment how that feels to you, how that releases some kind of pressure, because you know that everything that you give, you're not inching toward burnout, that you're okay to give. And you know how those times come up when you're giving a lot and you're to other people, you're doing a lot of output and there's not much input giving to yourself, and that little fire starts to burn called resentment. That overflow gets to extinguish that resentment from overgiving and overdoing. And I call it the overgiving and overdoing because you don't have the capacity to do it unless you're operating from your overflow. Not in the way that you want to. Not in the way that you want to. So imagine now that living from your overflow as I've described it, doesn't mean selfishness. It doesn't mean that you're not giving to other people. It doesn't mean that you're not doing the things that you want to care for other people. But there is this beautiful self-honoring that's happening, that you're listening to your needs. You're taking care of your needs. You're giving to yourself. You're saying kind words to yourself. I mean, we've all had the spin outs in our lives when we have done something went horribly wrong. There was a failure. There was a test of some kind. And we berated ourselves with the negativity. Right? It was very unkind. Maybe you didn't say it out loud. Maybe you did say it out loud. And then there was these subtle punishments that you gave yourself, right? But what if there was a failure, and instead of being unkind, instead of harming yourself with words, instead of punishing yourself, there was kindness there. There was an honoring. Hey, look at you. You tried. The only reason that you had this failure is because you actually tried. Look what you learned. Because you had a failure doesn't mean that you are a failure. It means that you tried something and it didn't work, and now you get to try something else that might work. That self-honoring, you can feel it, right? When you give to yourself from a place of kindness and love and abundance, you get to fill your own vessels. And then when you give to other people, you're giving from a place of joy and abundance rather than resentment and burnout. Overflow is this beautiful place of more than enough. It's not just skating by on fumes, right? It's not just, oh my gosh, I hope I can get there. Just get me through the holidays. Just get me through this party. Just get me through this event and I can rest and I can take care of myself. What if the care came before the exhaustion? And I recognize that there's a thread that moves through all of this, which is what you believe you're worthy of, deserving of, and where you place your value in your life, the value of your life. And many of us, Gen Xers especially, and our baby boomer friends, really focus on our productivity and what we give as proof that we're valuable. And let me tell you something, you can still be wildly valuable while being well taken care of, while giving to yourself. Another way that resentment comes in is that we think other people are going to take care of us the way we think other people are going to take care of us the way that we take care of them. And that shit doesn't work, does it? Because we know exactly what they need. We've been watching. We've been compiling the lists. We've been compiling the data. We know how to take care of other people. And no one will know how to take care of you the right way unless you tell them. Part of self-love and self-honoring is also asking for what you need. And that's so tricky because we begin to believe that we are high maintenance or needy or a bother. You know how many times we've said, I don't want to bother you to other people? You're not a bother. Your needs matter just as much as everybody else's. And if you are leading a family, if you're leading a company, if you're leading a community, you have to take care of yourself and be well-resourced so that you can properly take care of the people that you want to from your overflow. Okay, how is this landing? How is this feeling? When you take care of your physical, emotional, and spiritual needs, that allows you to show up fully for yourself and for other people. And getting in these habits is not always easy, right? Many people have resolutions. They start at the beginning of the year. I'm going to be perfectly great at getting up at 5 a.m. or 4:45 to do all the things that I need to do so that I can be ready for my day. And if we're not doing it perfectly correct the first time right away, then the habit can fall away. Or you can be really great for a little while and burn out and get off the wagon, then get back on, and so on. Often, a lot of that is happening from the shoulds. What if you replace the shoulds with things that you get to do for yourself?